Hey kindergartners, today is day 5. It is Friday at the end of the week. Tomorrow is Saturday. How exciting. We're almost wrapping up and we're almost done. But you just have to push through a little bit longer. And then we'll be done with academics for this week. So today, this week actually, on day 1, we did our ideas sheet, right? On day 2, we chose one of those ideas and came up with at least 3 facts to go with it. At least 3, right? You could have done more, you couldn't do less. I did 4. On day 4, we went through and drew our pictures on every page. That's only 2 pages. I have my other pages right here. And then that was on day 3. On day 4, we wrote the words. Remember, we practiced saying our words out loud, and we're working on that also today. But also, I wanted to write a video today on our last 2 pages that we're working on. I have one page right here, and my other page is right here. Today's video is going to be all about stretching out words, reminding you how to stretch out your words, okay? So that's going to be my main focus. You're going to do exactly what you did yesterday with writing your sentences and saying it out loud, but now instead of just focusing on saying out loud and finger spaces, you're also going to make sure you're stretching out your words so that you hear every sound that you say. Because when we hear the sound, we write that letter, and that's what we write. Note for parents, remember, you've heard me say this about 1,000 times. Please don't tell your kindergartner how to spell things. Tell them however they spell it is how it goes. Just trust me. Don't tell them how to spell things. Don't tell them if they spell anything wrong. Okay? Unless it's a sight word. Then sight words, that tells you what sight word work they need if they're spelling sight words wrong in their writing. Okay? So on this page, we're talking about kindergartners standing in line. So in order to be a kindergartner, we have to stand in line, right? So I have to think to myself, using private reasoning time, about what do I want to say, and then I'm going to practice saying it out loud, and then we're going to practice stretching out the words, right? So what do I want to say about kindergartners always stand in their own space in line quietly. So that sentence doesn't really make sense. So I have to keep practicing it. So, in line, kindergartners always stand in their own space quietly. Oh, there we go. In line, kindergartners always stand in their own space quietly. In line, kindergartners always stand in their own space quietly. Whoa! I have to write 10 words. Holy cow. In line, kindergartners always stand in their own space quietly. My first word is in. Remember, grab your rubber band, or you use your arm. However way your kindergarten teacher uses, we use both ways. So I always grab the rubber band. So pretend with the rubber band you have in your hand. When you grab onto a rubber band and you pull it, it's very stretchy, right? Like you can stretch it. So that's what we do with our words. We stretch them, okay? So what we're going to do, is our first word is in, right? So we have to stretch that out. So let's stretch out. Ready? In. Okay, let's do it again. In. Okay, one more time. What was that first sound? Good. I. Remember, your first letter is always capital. Okay, let's stretch that again. In. I. N. Now I'm going to make sure I have my finger spaces. In. Ooh, what was my other word? In line. Oh, line. All right, finger spaces, line. Line. Remember, always stretch out your rubber band, stretch out your word. Line. Okay. Line. Okay, finger spaces. What was the first sound we heard? O. L. O. O. I. O. I. Line. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to reread it and make sure it makes sense. In line. Perfect. In line kindergartners. Ooh, this is a long one. Okay, but I know I can do it. Ready? Excuse me. Ind, erg, art, ers. Wow, that's long. So since it's so long, I'm going to start writing each one down as we're going. So I'm going to stretch out with this hand. Finger spaces first. First letter. K. Oh, I got to write that down. So finger spaces. K. K. Oh, better write that down. I'm going to pause. In, and I'm going to write that down. So I'm going to see if I can turn you guys. I know it's upside down, but follow me. So I'm going to stretch out with my hand. And, oh. And, oh. You see how I'm stretching out and writing each letter? And, erg. Oh. And erg and erg and erg art and erg art and erg ert ers. Woo! Are you guys worn out? Because I'm worn out. That was a really big word. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you see so far I have in-line kindergartners. Ooh, next word, always. Let's sound it out. Always. Okay, do it again. Always. One more time. Always. Okay, so first we hear ah, 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 oh, always. Always. Good. So, in-line kindergartners always stand. Finger spaces. I'm stretching it out with one hand because my other hand is writing. And I'm stretching it away from me that time. You can go side to side or away from me. Make sure you're stretching every single time. In line, kindergartners always stand. Finger space. In line, kindergartners always stand in there. Ooh, that is a really tough one. But we just learned digraphs in our reading stuff, and so kind of like they're sticking their tongue out at you. Is the th. Kindergartners, or I'm sorry, in-line kindergartners always stand in finger space. Own, finger space. Quietly. Ku. Oh, it's saying ku, which means Q-U. Ku. I. Quiet. Oh, quiet. quiet, quietly. Whew. That was a lot of stretching out, but you know what? I know I'm making my brain stronger by practicing those things, okay? So I'm going to reread it to make sure it makes sense, and I'll flip it around for you guys. In line, kindergartners always stand in their own space quietly. All right? You see those finger spaces? So that way we can read it. Finger space, finger space, finger space. We see that I really stretched out those words with a rubber band, right? Every time I was stretching it out, stretching it out, stretching it out, stretching it out. Sometimes it takes a really long time, but guys, I know you can do it. Keep practicing, keep working hard. I'm going to keep going on my very last page of the book, all right? And now we'll get back together on Monday, refresh, recharge, and ready to go. We'll see you guys later.